next magician.
I don't really have the typical origin story. In my case, I was just a kid, and my uncle was evil. He pretended to do magic, but he was really just pranking me. He'd say things like, "How many fingers have you got?" And then he'd count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. 6 and 5 is what? 11. So I learned magic partly to defend myself. I did close-up magic for years, and that's kind of what I became known for. Now I like to go a little weirder, go a little bigger. I do stuff with a lot of borrowed objects like phones. I do some pickpocketing. And when I do card magic now, I like to add some strange new elements, as Penn and Teller are hopefully about to see. My handle is Useless Talent Guy, because I embrace the idea that magic doesn't really serve any useful purpose aside from to make people smile. But tonight, my magic does have a purpose, and that's to fool Penn and Teller. And if it does, I guess I'm the useful talent guy. I can get used to it.
Making his way to the Fool Us stage from Atlanta, Georgia, is Sean Ridgeway.
All right, thank you guys so much for having me. It's an absolute pleasure to be here, and thank you to Penn and Teller for joining me on the stage. So they say to be the best, you gotta beat the best. So tonight, not only am I gonna try to win a trophy, but I'm gonna try to do it in the most challenging way possible, by encouraging you both and by giving you many opportunities to try and screw up my trick.
Okay. We're good at that.
There you go. Okay, so Teller, we'll start with you. This folded up purple card is my big finale. Your job is to keep your eye on that card, okay? And if you see any funny business, you let me know, and then congratulations, you've screwed up my trick, okay? But if you're watching here, you're not gonna be paying attention to anything else going on over here. So the dilemma. And for Penn, for you, I have a box of matches. Go ahead and hold out your hand. With one single match inside. Go ahead and place that back inside. Perfect. Now you're gonna hold on to this. You can put it in a pocket, wherever you want, just that I can't get to it. Just in your pocket. Yeah, perfect.
Box, so I have both.
So technically, if you wanted to screw it up, you could have done something like destroy the box, but that'd make you a sociopath.
Yep.
So,
which I am.
There you go. Dilemmas. So now we move on to a series of choices, keeping in mind that each of these choices gives you the opportunity to
screw you up.
Oh my God, it's like you've heard this before. So we've got a red deck and a blue deck. So Teller, you're gonna point to whichever deck you like, keeping in mind whatever you pick is the one you're going to get, and whichever one is left is going to Penn. So which one would you like? The red. Okay. So you're gonna take these cards, you're gonna hold them face down like you're about to deal, and Penn, I'm sorry, but you're going to have to be stuck with the blue.
Okay.
So hold those face down, because in a moment, I'm gonna have you deal cards one at a time, face up into a pile.
Okay.
So go ahead and start now. Perfect, and you can keep going as long as you'd like, and at some point you're gonna stop. It can be at the same time, it could be at a different time. Totally your choice. And I should mention that my job is to get you to try to stop on the same card. And we're still going.
We are.
All right, so it looks like Teller has come to a stop.
So have I.
All right. So one last chance. Screw it up. Do you want to keep going? I'll take that as a yes. All right, Teller, we good? All right, gentlemen, if you would, go ahead and take those face-down cards that you stopped at, slip those inside the box. No, just the face-down card that you stopped on. There you go. Perfect.
I did it right, just so you know.
Yeah, he did. He gets bonus points. And go ahead, you can just set the decks on top. We don't need those anymore. Perfect. And actually, you know what? I don't want to touch anything. You go ahead, take those boxes, close them up, and hold on to them. Good. So here we have an interesting situation, a 1 in 52 choice. And honestly, I think that you guys are so magical and so connected after all these years of working together that despite giving you every opportunity to change your mind and screw up my trick, you've still managed to select the same card. Which brings us to another choice. Penn, you can either take my word for it, and then we can leave everything as is. You can take those home as a souvenir, and that wouldn't technically screw up the trick. but it may leave the audience hanging a little bit. Dilemmas. So, Penn, trust me or prove it?
I think we need to prove it for the audience.
Of course.
That's how much I love you.
There we go. You heard it here, folks. All right, so go ahead, open up the card boxes and put those cards face down into my hand. Just like that. Perfect. And you can just set the boxes down. So, by your reaction, and of course, the reaction of the audience, you guys will let me know how close they got. Here we go. That's pretty cool, but it could have been a fluke. It could have been a coincidence. But I'm here tonight to show you guys real magic. So as I said at the beginning, that folded up purple card is my big finale. Teller, have I done anything sneaky with this box? And how crazy would it be if this card turned out to be a match? So if the match is here, Penn, go ahead and reach into your pocket. Take out that matchbook, go ahead and slide it out. There you go. And show everybody what's inside. Go ahead, you can drop the sleeve, and I can go ahead, I can take that. Which leaves us with one folded up purple card and no match. But it wouldn't be a good trick, of course, unless this card was also the king of clubs. Thank you guys so much for helping out. Thank you, Penn. Thank you, Teller. And you can have a seat.
Sean Ridgeway, everyone. Wow. Hi, Sean.
Hello.
Nice to meet you.
You as well.
I heard that you do a post every day on social media.
Yes. I decided that I would take on the challenge of, on social media, every single day, filming a magic trick that I created and posting it online. So 365 ideas.
That is a lot of magic. And do you also create magic tricks for other magicians?
Yes, I've done some consulting work before. People come to me asking, to solve a problem. And I'm an idea guy, so I try to figure out how best to solve that problem for them.
So not every magician then can create and build their own tricks?
They can, but a lot of people choose not to. And that's because for every one good idea, there's probably 100 garbage ones.
Is it in the performance that you discover that they're garbage ones?
Unfortunately, sometimes.
Well, Sean, let's see if we can match you up with a Fool Us trophy.
All right.
Let's go to the boys. Are you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Penn and Teller.
Hey, Sean.
Be nice. Be nice, boys.
Boy, that was really, really nice. Just a perfect plot, really put together. Very good challenge, very good all the way through. Some of that stuff, like a lot of that stuff, we haven't seen in that form before. Now, we never know who's coming out here, so we don't know whether that's just stuff we haven't heard of or whether you invented that. Do you invent that?
Everything up here I invented myself, yes, sir.
Wow, really? All of it? Oh. That's phenomenal. And Teller said, the first thing he said when we sat down was, in a couple of years, he's going to be a monster. You're just so good and still so young. It's just amazing where you're going to go. And knowing that you invented that stuff yourself is really, really, really wonderful. But this is the part where we get all the flap or the flack, when we have to go into giving you some code, and you challenged us to try to screw you up. We're trying to stick together on that, work together on that, and I think that even this won't screw you up. When I say, with all due respect, I don't think you fooled us.
All right.
Did that all make sense to you? Do you think they figured out how you did your tricks?
Loud and clear. I challenged them, and they rose to the occasion.
Well, thank you.
Well, you didn't fool them, but you sure impressed them, and we loved having you. Give them a round of applause, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sean.